Hey there. So, you're getting ready to rent a home here in beautiful Arizona? That's fantastic. You're going to be signing a lease agreement, and today I'm going to walk you through it. Think of me as your guide. We're going to go through this document together so you can understand every part of it and sign with total confidence.
Okay, let's dive right in. The very first thing you'll see, right at the top, is this message, in all caps. I get it, it can look a little intense, but don't worry, it's totally standard. My whole goal here is to demystify this entire document for you, section by section, so you know exactly what it all means.
So, to make this super easy, we've broken down our little tour into 5 simple parts. We'll start with what to do before you sign, cover the basics, talk about money, discuss your responsibilities, and then finally look at the fine print and signing. That way, we can just tackle it step by step. First up, let's cover some crucial advice. This is your essential homework before you even think about putting pen to paper.
Think of this as your pre-signing checklist. I tell all my clients, seriously, read everything. Don't just skim it. If the home is in an HOA, you've got to know their rules because they are legally binding. And renter's insurance, it isn't just a suggestion. It protects your stuff if something happens. You'll also want to investigate things that matter to you, like the local schools or your self-service. Believe me, a little homework now prevents major headaches later.
Let's move on and see how the lease sets up the fundamental details of your tenancy. This is really the foundation of the whole agreement.
And what's great is that the first page lays everything out so clearly. It specifies exactly who's involved, that's you and the landlord, what property you're renting, right down to the address and any included appliances, and when your lease starts and ends. It also lists everyone who's approved to live there, zero ambiguity.
Now for the section we all care about, right? The money. Let's look at a complete breakdown of your financial obligations when you're renting.
So the crucial point is this. Your rent has a specific due date each month. It's really, really important to pay on time, because if you're late, a late charge gets added, and that's an extra expense you definitely want to avoid.
Now this is a big one. It's so important to understand the difference between a deposit and a fee. A refundable deposit, like a security deposit, is money you can get back at the end of the lease as long as there are no damages. A non-refundable charge, on the other hand, like a cleaning fee, is a one-time payment that you don't get back.
I love how this table shows you exactly how your total move-in cost is calculated. It adds up your first rent payment, all those refundable deposits, and any non-refundable fees. Then it subtracts any earnest money you've already paid. The lease lays it out this clearly, so there are absolutely no surprises on move-in day.
A rental agreement is truly a partnership. So this next section outlines how you and the landlord are going to work together to keep the property in great shape. So, who takes care of what? Let's clarify the division of all the maintenance duties. This is a common point of confusion, but the lease makes it super clear. So on the left, you can see your day-to-day responsibilities. Things like keeping the place clean, taking out the trash, and changing light bulbs and AC filters. On the right, you see the landlord's bigger obligations, like making sure the home is safe and livable and that all the major systems are working properly.
All right, we're in the home stretch. This final section covers the fine print, a few really important clauses that need your special attention and, in some cases, your initials, just to confirm you understand them. The crime-free provision is extremely serious. It basically states that engaging in or allowing any criminal activity is a major violation of the lease and is cause for immediate termination. This is all about protecting the safety and welfare of the entire community. And because this rule is so critical, the lease requires your initials right next to it. This is your formal acknowledgement that you've read it, you understand it, and you agree to follow it. Now, if the property you're renting has a pool, there are specific safety regulations you need to know about. This clause just confirms that the landlord has given you the official state-approved safety notice. And you guessed it, just like with the crime-free addendum, this is another spot that requires your initials. This is simply your way of saying, yep, I got the pool safety info. Okay, this one is a federal law. For any home built before 1978, landlords are required to disclose any known information about lead-based paint, and they also have to give you a specific informational pamphlet about it.
And finally, if the home was built before 1978, you'll initial right here. This just confirms you've received both the official disclosure and that informational pamphlet on lead-based paint.
Right before you sign, there's one last acknowledgement section. And here's a huge pro tip on that move-in inspection form. Be incredibly detailed when you fill it out. Take photos of everything. It's the absolute best way to protect your security deposit down the road. This section also confirms you know your rights and that you've gotten a full copy of the agreement.
And we've arrived at the final step, the signature line. This is where you make it all official. By signing, you're not just getting the keys, you're confirming that you understand and agree to all the terms we've just walked through together.
And that's our walkthrough of the Arizona Residential Lease Agreement. My hope is that by understanding all these key sections, you're no longer just signing some document, you're confidently and knowledgeably stepping into your new home. I hope this really helps you get ready for your next big step.